We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Just what is it that you wanted to?
Welcome, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2017. And welcome to Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, and Soul and everything in between. We thank you for joining us again coming back to us on this new year. We have great shows all planned for you throughout the year. And I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Debbie Carlin Boyle. I am a certified personal trainer, certified fitness instructor. I'm also a certified health coach. And sitting next to me is my lovely co-host.
I'm Del Jones, and welcome back. I'm a relationship and divorce coach and co-host with Debbie here. And yes, we have the perfect show for the new year. We have with us today, our subject actually is about hypnosis. And I know that this time of year, everybody's got these New Year's resolutions and they have these intentions of what the coming year should look like. And so we have the perfect guest today. We have wonderful guests that are going to teach us tools and techniques through hypnosis on how to make these resolutions stick. So I'd like to welcome Lisa Machenberg and Luz Calderon, both of them master hypnotherapists.
Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, we're so excited to have you. So we're going to go straight to Lisa and have you just introduce yourself. And I know you've been on many shows before, so we're really, really lucky to have you.
I wanted to thank you so much for inviting me on your show today. My name is Lisa Machenberg. And
cozy up to your microphone, Lisa.
Me.
There you go. Oh, we can hear you. We want to hear all the good things you have to say to us.
I wanted to thank you so much for having me on your wonderful show today. My name is Lisa Machenberg. I'm also known as the Hypno Mom. I've been on the Steve Harvey Show. I've been on Bravo and a National Geographic channel. You can also watch my shows on hypnosistv.com. I've been an instructor and currently an instructor at HMI College of Hypnotherapy here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. And I'm so excited to teach everybody self-hypnosis to make every resolution easy, automatic, and habituated.
Wow.
Beautiful. Great.
Aren't we lucky to have you today?
Yeah. And we have the beautiful Luz Calderon with us too, another master hypnotherapist. And you're the founder of Purple Lotus Empowerment?
Yes.
Okay, so would you like to tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. Well, Purple Lotus Empowerment is the name of my organization, my business. And I'm the CEO, the Chief Empowerment Officer of Purple Lotus Empowerment. And I'm a certified hypnotherapist. I'm also a mom, a single mom, and with two beautiful children. My son is 25. My son Jonathan's 25, and my daughter is going on 12.
Yeah, right, wonderful. And I know that you also do motivational speaking and seminars as well. Is that correct?
Yes, I do workshops, empowerment workshops. I do different kinds of workshops on vision board play shops. I've done introduction to hypnosis. I've done workshops on past life regression.
I love that one.
Various,
I've experienced a lot of hypnosis myself, and the past life regression stuff is amazing.
You know, I've been doing past life regression for just over 500 years.
Oh,
good one, Lisa.
Well, before we, we'll hear a bit more about your stories, how you got into hypnosis and things like that. But just start with Lisa. What got you into hypnosis? What made? I mean, you've been doing this now for 25 years.
I've been an instructor up at HMI College for 25 years. I was working as a pharmaceutical rep, and I developed a debilitating fear of public speaking. So I went to see a psychologist who had taken a weekend course in hypnosis, and I was shocked to find that in 6 short weeks, I was completely and totally over my fear of public speaking. I talked to my husband, who's a physician, and he said the medical community is fascinated with hypnotherapy because it can help people with stop smoking, which improves their health outcomes, weight management, stress management, pain management, and the most important thing in the world, complying with medical orders. So we looked around, we found HMI College. I took the course, came on staff, and then started teaching there. And the most interesting thing is I've been teaching over 100 people in the studio audience. I've been on television, and the fear of public speaking never returned.
Wow.
That's how I got into it.
Wow.
Incredible.
And when you were I'm wondering, so was it self-hypnosis that helped with that after you were taught, or was it actually being hypnotized by?
You know, Deb, that's the best question, and I'll tell you why. All hypnosis is self-hypnosis. You can learn the techniques. You can talk to someone, because any kind of a therapist will have the one thing you'll never have. That's objectivity. But once you talk to someone who can help mirror back and clarify what it is you want, then really hypnotherapists teach you self-hypnosis. And that's what I'm planning on teaching everybody watching and listening today, so everyone can do it at home. Have you ever heard someone say, don't try this at home?
Yeah.
Well, this is the opposite. I want everybody to try this at home.
Oh, that's
Wow,
great.
I can't wait. I think
I know.
think
We're
that can
gonna be
help
your
a lot
guinea
of people
pigs.
with a lot of things
Yeah,
to tap into that. That is
Yeah.
great.
Great.
And-
And Luce, how about you? What got you into hypnotherapy or hypnosis?
Well, on November 11, 2013, I was laid off from my job as a legal assistant. I had been a legal assistant for approximately 20 years, and I had been at that particular firm for about 7 years. And so, I was going through an emotional roller coaster ride. I was really excited to some extent because that was giving me an opportunity to actually go out there and move towards what I've been wanting to do, and that was doing more of empowerment work, not necessarily staying in the legal field. But that was an emotional roller coaster ride because it was completely new for me. Not only was I a single parent, single mom, and I had all these responsibilities, and there was no financial security. So I was going through that, and I was also going through the loss of a 2-year relationship. So I was looking for different tools that would help me move through that and that would empower me. And I had actually seen a hypnotherapist at HMI maybe like in 2010, 2011. I saw an ad on Facebook, and they do free workshops. So I decided to go to one of their free workshops. I decided to do a tour of the facility, and I fell in love with it. I actually signed up. Yeah, and
That's amazing. I did the free seminar as well. I think it was like 4 weeks or something, one evening a week, or it was an introduction.
Yes, that's the 101 class.
Yes,
I
yes.
did that, and
I'm
I was
so glad.
fascinating. And I would have loved to have signed up too, but at the time my children were very young, and traveling from Malibu all the way out there in the evenings was. But I'm certainly looking into it again. I find it incredible. It's helped me so much in my life.
it is a very powerful tool.
Yeah.
And
So
I must say that was very brave of you to be a single mom and, making a shift like that. It is a reinvention with a risk. And, we all have to take risk in our lives in order to move forward. And you did just that, and you could have allowed, you could have got complacent and tried to find another sort of 9-to-5 job that wasn't exactly what your passion was, and you took that risk and went out there.
Yeah.
It's very, very honorable and,
Yeah.
and impressive.
Thank
I
you.
must say.
That was about a 2. I allowed myself 2 years to kind of figure out what I wanted to do, as far as my 401k money would take me, and eventually that ran out. So I am building a practice. I'm still building a practice, and I do other work to maintain my but that is my passion.
It's great.
Yes.
It's
Right.
great that you're building something
Yes.
lovely.
Thank
so
you.
before we go on, because I know we're going to get to some really exciting demonstrations, but what you bring up what hypnosis can achieve. Give us a little background about what it can achieve.
The best thing about hypnosis is that you can take something that you really want and transform your life to achieve it. I'll tell you what I mean. Did you know that only 12% of consciousness is the conscious mind? And the conscious mind, 12%, has logic, reason, willpower. You know what willpower is? That's the thing that's never there when you want it. Logic, reason, willpower, a voice, decision-making, and superior judgment. The rest, the other 88%, is the subconscious mind that only reacts to things that are familiar. So let me give you an example. Have you ever met anyone who wanted to lose weight? Anyone?
I'm sure there's nobody in the room or that we've ever met.
Of the 12 million people listening.
Really. Especially this time of year.
Especially this time of year, right
all
after
our
the
resolutions are coming in very loud right now.
So anyone who wants to lose weight knows eat less, exercise more. They know that with the 12%, with the logic, the reason, the willpower, the voice, the decision-making. But then when they are confronted or triggered, we're going to use that word a lot, with a bounty of beautiful, fattening food, the 88% says, look, food, I feel good, not bad when I eat it. That is familiar. I will eat it and feel good, not bad. And then the logic and reason says no, and the 88% says yes, and they take a vote. How's your math? And you can even watch someone doing this. I shouldn't be eating.
And as they're doing it,
this.
We're all so responsible for that
right.
on our own.
So think about it with nail biting, food, focus and concentration, procrastination, sports performance, focus, making those calls that you need in order to succeed in the new year by getting more clients or customers. Think about it with the 12% saying logically and reasonably, I should be doing this, and the subconscious saying, don't do that. We haven't done it before. It might be scary.
Right, that's what I was just saying. You would be a great exclamation point to my practice, which is health coaching, personal training, and, with the health coaching, we work on diet. And I can just see how, the 88% is taking over. In spite of the sessions with me, I can't be there when they're the buffet. I can't be there when they're tempted.
And when they're stressed.
Yes, and I say, I wish I could go home with you. I'd hold your hand, but I can send my voice with you, and this is what I mean. Who here puts on your seatbelt when you get into the car?
We all do.
Who thinks about it before you do it, or you just get into the car? That's the trigger. You put it on. It's easy, automatic, and habituated.
So I have a question.
Yes.
What is the definition of hypnosis?
All right. So hypnosis is actually the scientific definition is that when you use intention to slow down the brain waves, really easy to do. You can do it during prayer or when you're in the zone with sports, listening to music, doing meditation. It's that time between waking and sleeping when the whole body feels physically relaxed, but the mind is still alert. If we look at that on a brain scan, we'll see that we slow down the brain waves from 40 to about 11, 10, 9. That makes a corridor into the subconscious, and you can program the subconscious mind any way you want when you slow the brain waves down. So what is hypnosis? Slowing down the brain waves. So people do it with meditation or prayer, but what is hypnosis? Deliberately, intentionally slowing down the brain waves and then planting in a program to become easy, automatic, and habituated, just like putting on your seatbelt. So when you see food at the buffet, the logic and reason says, eat this, not that, and the subconscious mind says, wow, this is really familiar. I'll eat this, now that. And 88 plus 12 is? You thought there'd be no math in this class. Now we have 100% agreement.
Yes.
You know, I have to. It's so funny you're using the seatbelt analogy, because I've just got back from Britain, and as we all know, we drive on the other side of the road there. And every time my boyfriend got in the car, we'd be driving along, and then this bing, 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 and I'd be like, "Why haven't you put your seatbelt on?" And every time he forgot to put his seatbelt on, because he was on the other side of the road. He was on the in
The other side of this.
He was passenger.
Yeah.
And did you see that he didn't have the cues?
Exactly.
He did not have the cues. And I have something else for you and that boyfriend of yours to show you how easy this is. Do you want to want proof how easy it is? Proof.
Yeah.
Ready? Before you had that beautiful smartphone, did any of you have one of the flip phones or a different phone?
Mm-hmm.
How easy was it to know how to make that call? Easy, automatic, and habituated.
Yeah.
Then, my beautiful young mothers, all of us here, you went to a smartphone. And you'd have to stop and use conscious awareness to figure out how to call, where text, and where your email was. How long did it take you before it became easy, automatic, and habituated? How long did it take you, Del?
Oh, I can't remember. It's so long ago now. But
Give me a guess.
21 days.
Good. How about you?
Probably a few weeks, like
Yeah.
14 to 20 days, something like that.
It took me, and I did it at about 45. Shh. I'm now... I got my smartphone when I was 45. I'm now 44. It took about 7 days before I had to stop becoming aware of it before it became automatic. So any of the changes we're talking about today can be mastered in 4 to 21 days.
And we're talking habits. We're talking about changing. So first we're talking about changing your subconscious to be more of your conscious mind.
Exactly.
To take over more into that 88%, because that 12% is obviously not kicking in. And then, so we go to the higher percentage that takes over, and then we practice. And the practice becomes habitual, and then it just becomes automatic.
Deb, just like playing the violin,
Okay.
the more you
Right,
practice,
right.
the
Mhm.
better you get. Or, as
Okay.
we were talking about, practicing your tennis serve.
Oh,
Pretty-
right.
that pretty
Absolutely.
little
I
rectangle.
used to be really good. Do you remember?
I do
used to be
remember.
really good with that.
Well,
I haven't practiced in a while.
The other thing I wanted to remember from when I did the 101 at HMI was that there's basically two types of people that, or I think there are three. There's the different types. Some people are more suggestible than others. Some people are more resistant to being hypnotized. Can you talk a bit about that? Because I know people say, "Oh, I've tried to be hypnotized and I can't be hypnotized."
Well, the thing is, anybody who has a normal wake-sleep cycle, or even an abnormal one, anyone who wakes up and goes to sleep, can be hypnotized. Anyone who's ever cried in a movie or gotten scared in a movie can be hypnotized. Anybody who's ever missed their exit when they were driving home because they were preoccupied with something that happened can be hypnotized. In other words, if you're a Homo sapien sapien,
I was just going to say,
You
that's
could
the
be-
entire population of the world
You
that you
can-
just
yeah.
described.
However, it's true, Deb. However, Del, some people take in suggestions literally, like close the door. Some people take in information inferred, like I know what you said, but what did you mean? Like if I said close the door, someone might get up and close the door. If I said to someone close the door, someone might say, why? Are you also cold? I know what you said, but what did you mean?
Yeah.
And so both of these people can be hypnotized the same, but we have to know, how does your mind take in information? And the third one is the easiest of all, and the hardest, and the easiest, and the hardest. That's the somnambulist. That's someone who I say, you know what, you're really bright. You could make $1 million. And that person goes out and makes a fortune. And then someone says, you know what, I just don't think you're that good. And they lose everything.
Yeah.
So with
So
that
everything
person,
they hear, they just believe
They
that's
take
the
it-
way it's gonna. They take it so literally that
right
they.
into the subconscious
Yeah.
mind.
Wow.
So with that person, we hypnotize them for great abundance, and then we shut the door so nothing else can get in.
Yeah.
Ooh, I think I'm that person, and I think I need you to
I'm definitely
shut
that
my
person.
door. We both need it.
Yeah. No, I noticed that when I was the classes were in the evening, and I just had to like stick around for about an hour to come out of the hypnotic trance. I was just so deeply in there. I
You
couldn't
should have
get.
called me. I would have snapped you out of it immediately. We could have driven right back to Malibu. We could have carpooled.
Exactly. So, well, as I mentioned earlier, there's lots of you. I mean, you were talking to us about what are the top 3 issues that people come to you with?
Well, I've been doing this for 25 years, and I'll give it to you in order. The first thing people want to come in for is weight management and habit control. So that would be weight management and smoking, nail biting, picking hair out, scratching things, any kind of habit control, including the overeating and the smoking.
What about addictions?
Now with addictions, oh my gosh, Del, it would be lovely if we could overcome addictions in 1 hour a week with a stellar hypnotherapist like Luz or myself. But with addictions, we do need hypnotherapy, but we also need to be in some kind of another program, either a 12-steppy kind of a program, some other of a support program, 2 times a week. So when someone comes in for addictions, I say, I'd love to help you, but you need to let me know you're also in additional support 2 times a week, because I will not waste your time or your money.
Yeah, I
So-
see. I work in drug and alcohol rehabilitation
Do you agree?
centers, and I agree. It's a process. It's
It
bigger
is.
than I think. Just a reprogramming a subconscious.
It's bigger than
and-
1 hour a week.
Yeah.
No, exactly. And the same with as a coach. I mean, if there are any addictions, I require that they are in some type of support group.
Yes.
Some, as you say, it doesn't have to necessarily be AA, but some type of organization that deals directly with addiction on
Yes.
top of the coaching.
The second thing is I specialize in medical hypnosis, fertility, pain, end-of-life issues. So medical issues, chronic conditions, having a superior quality of life. And the third thing is the hottest thing out there. Are you ready? The law of attraction. How to create abundance in your life, psychologically, romantically, spiritually, financially, emotionally, and how to actually attract into your life your vision of the future. Right?
Volunteer
And-
right here. Volunteer.
And
volunteer.
Lou's side, you do that too. I was reading in your bio that that's one of your passions as well, the law of attraction and empowerment. Is that right?
Self-empowerment, yes, and self-empowerment in the sense of really becoming the best version of yourself. And so the law of attraction, for me, it's about you attract, you bring into your, you manifest whatever it is that you're vibrating to. So it's really about building yourself up, raising your vibration. And so if we're in in different states that are negative states, or that you're feeling sad or upset, then maybe work on processing that so that you can be in a better place, so that you can be in a place where you can actually manifest that which it is that you want to create or bring into your life.
So
I
big
noticed-
right now too.
Yeah.
It has become vision boards and picturing it and using and meditation and bringing
Intentions.
abundance and intentions, mindfulness. All of that is, I would think this is just a great big asset to bring that into all the talk that's out there right now, and how we can manifest what we want in our lives. And we have the power to do that within ourselves, but it isn't easy. And then that's where you guys come in and you help us click into, because we always, I know for myself that I have intention. I have intention. I mean, just getting the radio show was a process, but I can't always make things happen the way I intend them to happen, because what happens is the habitual stuff that keeps me from making them happen come back. And whether we're talking about diet or exercise, when I think about my clients. But for me, I think about it more in terms of abundance and laws of attraction. I keep boomeranging back to what's familiar, what's more habitual, what's, like putting on the seatbelt, the second nature thing. Mm-hmm. So I could see, with everything that's out there, and you go, yeah, that's what I want. That's how I want my life to go. I want to be empowered to go live my dream. And yet, it's much more difficult than you think. It's not. It is baby steps, but those baby steps come with actual motivation and time and energy to put towards that motivation.
You know what I think would be kind of fun now is I would like to teach you and everybody listening a self-hypnosis where we take the law of attraction, and you see this thing in front of me, this microphone, it amplifies my voice. I'm going to show you how to use law of attraction with hypnosis, with self-hypnosis, which will amplify the law of attraction.
I think we'd love that.
And then I think that Lou's using something called neuro-linguistic programming, which she's going to tell you about. After we do the self-hypnosis, she's going to show you how to anchor it in. So with a simple finger press, you can amplify the law of attraction. Does that sound like a lot of fun?
That is what our second half of our show is going to be about today. So we're just a few minutes away from coming up on a commercial right
here.
Well,
our music.
There's our music, and it's cueing us. So if we could do that, we'll talk about the process, and then if you could teach us between the two of you, I think our audience would benefit. I'd also like to say that, audience, you are welcome to call in and talk to one of these two wonderful women. If you have a question about anything that's going on in your life and you feel like hypnosis, it could be the answer, come ask now, or you have a comment, join the conversation. Our number here is 323-473-3100. Or you could go to our Facebook page and ask a question or make a comment online right now. Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, and Soul, and everything in between, Facebook. And we'd be happy to get that part of the discussion as well. And when we come back...
Well, that would be great. We're now going to break, and I would... definitely stay with us, come back. We're only going to be gone for a couple of minutes, and we're going to have some exciting live on-air demonstrations dealing with the law of attraction and weight loss. Anybody out there listening that wants to know how to have a happy, healthy body for the coming year, then stay tuned.
We'll be right back.
We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hi, I'm Del Jones, and I'm a certified relationship and divorce coach.
And I'm Debbie Carlin Boyle, a certified personal trainer, fitness instructor, and health coach.
Join us on Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Pacific, for Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, Soul, and everything in between, exclusively on LA Talk Live.
Become part of the conversation with expert guests discussing life-changing topics such as relationships, divorce, longevity, parenting challenges, dating, intimacy, and so much more.
We would love to hear your opinions and questions, either on our Facebook page or by calling us directly at 323-473-3100. We are Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, Soul, and everything in between. Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Pacific on latalklive.com.
You can also catch us on iTunes Radio, R&B, and now live on Facebook, or watch and listen directly at latalklive.com. And now on our YouTube channel, Del and Debbie Mind, Body, Soul. Reality radio handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more than just talk.
I got this feeling inside my bones. It goes electric wavy when I turn it on. off from my city.
Hi, welcome back to Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, Soul. We are here today with the beautiful Luz Calderon and the gorgeous Lisa Machenberg. And the subject today is hypnosis, and we've been learning all about it for the first part of our show. But now we're actually going to move on to a live demonstration.
We're excited.
And
I'm
Debbie
getting
is
anxious.
going to be our guinea pig. And the subject is going to be law of attraction. And Luz is going to do the NLP, the anchoring part of NLP. And just describe a little bit about what NLP is and what the anchoring part is and what you're going to be doing with Debbie.
Certainly. Anchoring is a tool in which we can elicit a specific state at any given time. So, for example, if you are ever feeling not your best, or you're feeling not confident or low self-esteem, and you have a presentation, or you have to, speak somewhere, then you want to be able to elicit what? If you're not feeling confident, then what state do you want to elicit?
Confidence,
right?
Obviously, the opposite.
Right.
Yeah.
So then you can actually do that by doing this anchoring technique. And for that, I'm going to have to actually be able to just touch your knuckles. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Maybe you can
Okay,
just
that's why
scoot up
we
a little,
changed. Okay, let me move
closer.
We can.
Stuff.
Yeah, Luz, if you bring your mic with you. And
Yeah, so we have to be able to
Perfect.
hear and see you.
Okay. So if you can just, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right.
You're right. Okay,
Mhm.
so we're going to do that then with your...
Stay on your microphone.
Okay, so we're going to do that with your left hand then.
Okay. All right. So take
we're-
my right hand away.
Yes, and
Okay.
we're going to anchor this knuckle here.
Okay.
Okay. So
can I play along?
Yeah.
Can I do it to myself as you're doing it?
Sure. Okay, so is that an area that you want to work on? Is confidence, or is there something else that you want to work on?
Well, I was thinking with the laws of attraction, abundance. I know Lisa will teach us how to do self-hypnosis with that, but I'm in school again, so I want to stay more. I want to be focused. I want to be less procrastinating, more focused on the task at hand. I have a bit of trouble with time management because I'm very, very busy. And so it was easier in my 20s than I now find in my 50s. So I want to be more focused, more with balance, staying healthy while I juggle all these balls.
Okay.
And
Can we throw a man in there too? I know that you'd like to attract the perfect partner.
And
as
I
well.
like to attract the perfect partner. Yes, that's a whole other show, but I've been in the dating scene for a long time, and I just can't attract what I want or looking for.
So you want to elicit the state of feeling focused and in balance.
Yes.
Okay, and these are states that you've been in before, that you've had before.
I've had moments for sure.
Okay.
And this is like I said, a very busy time of my life, partly because I'm back in school. So it's been very difficult for me to juggle all the balls. I'm having trouble with time management.
Okay.
From the hours that I work and the hours that I work towards our career and our show, and my career and our show, and then including the social life. And that's part of my problem with the law of attraction, with attracting the right person in my life. They listen to what my life is like, and they're like, I'm out of here. So I'm not opening the door for that.
So we're going to be working on focus, on eliciting the state or emotion of focus, being in balance. And I'm going to throw in, just for good measure, maybe feeling playful, or, a time where you were laughing.
Okay.
Where you were really enjoying yourself and you were just fell out laughing.
Okay.
Okay. So I want you to, if you can just
uncross my legs.
Yes. Please.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect. So I want you to close your eyes.
Uh-oh.
And I want you to remember a time where you were fully and completely focused. And when you have that image in your mind's eye, I want you to nod your head yes. Good. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is you can go ahead and open your eyes. Okay. Do you smell popcorn?
How weird. Because I was at a movie when I was focused.
No. It's actually I'm trying to break state to bring you out of it, and then I'm going to bring you back in. So what we're going to do is
we're going thinking about focusing on a movie I just saw. Okay,
Really?
So when you asked me if I smelled popcorn,
She's
I was like,
psychic as well.
because I was in a movie when I was really focused. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so we're going to stack that specific feeling or that anchor once again. Okay, so I want you to go back in time. I want you to close your eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to think about a time where you felt totally and completely focused. I want you to go into your body, feel what you felt, hear what you heard, and see what you saw. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, open your eyes. Okay. Do you smell popcorn?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, so now I'm going to, what was the other thing that you wanted? Focus? Balance. Was it balance?
Balance.
Yeah. Okay.
And you said you were going to put a little happiness or joy in there for good measure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. All right. So balance.
Okay.
Do you have a time where you actually felt completely unbalanced?
Not lately. Not in the last probably 8 years.
At any time whatsoever? Can you recall a time?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So close your eyes.
Okay.
So I want you to remember a time where you felt totally and completely in balance. Totally and completely in balance. I want you to hear what you heard, feel what you felt, and see what you saw. Good. Good. Okay, open your eyes. Okay. All right.
I don't smell popcorn.
Okay, we're going to, just for good measure, one more time. Okay, we're going to stack that up. So if you can elicit another time, or if you can remember another time, that would be good. If not, stay with the one that you, the same memory that you were just in. Okay?
Okay.
So I want you to close your eyes again. And once again, remember a time where you felt totally and completely in balance. Totally and completely in balance. I want you to feel what you felt, hear what you heard, and see what you saw. Totally and completely in balance. Okay. Good. Okay. So, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
Rested.
Okay. Good. All right. So, I'm just going to... Okay. We're going to try this on for size.
Do I close my eyes or?
Can we describe to our listeners
so
what's going on here?
Yeah,
So what we're doing,
really
sure.
boring for them.
Sure. So what we're doing is basically I'm just also just pressing on the what is it, the not the trigger point, but this will be what you whenever you're feeling that you need to be in balance or you need to be in focus, then you will just press on your knuckle.
Oh.
And then the state comes up. So now we're going to stack on the feeling of fun
Okay.
and joy.
I'm just thinking, just for our viewers that are listening in, can we do that after the show? Can we do that the joy one? Because I think we're running out of time.
because of our time
Sure,
factor
sure.
here. Yeah, because we're
Okay.
uber aware of that we have an audience.
Got it,
that
got
we
it.
wanna-
Listening
yeah.
in.
Got
But
it.
that is
Okay.
beautiful, and you
So
have
that's
such
how
a
it
soothing
works.
voice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so the next time that you feel that you need to elicit that state, then you just press on the anchor.
And close your eyes.
Yes, or you don't
So-
have to close your eyes, but you just press on the anchor,
Okay.
and then it'll
It'll elicit it.
yeah.
So
Now,
let me
I
ask you,
noticed-
as for our audience, can they do this to themselves, or do they need someone's your touch or somebody else's touch to make that happen?
This we usually do during hypnosis. We normally do it during hypnosis in order to anchor whatever suggestions were just made. But at the same time, you can do it to yourself. The only problem with that is that for me, my mind goes like 1,000 miles per minute. And if I try to anchor myself, I mean, I'm thinking of a specific time, and then my mind goes to something different, and I'm anchoring maybe a state that I'm not.
Like
don't really
like
want.
the shopping list of what you're going to be making for dinner.
Yeah, and the feeling of that. So so your mind just
the
kind of
mindfulness
right.
away.
It's just being aware.
I understand
So
that.
so that's one of the techniques that we can use in order to anchor a specific state.
That's
So that's what
wonderful.
that is. That's interesting. I didn't know about that.
Well, I'd love to get Lisa in here now and to demonstrate
Teach
some.
us.
I have a question. I have a question before we go. Are most people listening, and are some people maybe listening in their car?
If they have live streaming, like an internet connection or something like that, they would probably not be listening in their car.
But they could.
That's the question.
They could be. There are people that drive and listen. I'm one of them. I listen to the other shows
Me
on the
too.
station in my car.
I listen on
So-
my car too. So I'm going to do one that everybody can do right now.
Yeah.
So first of all, this is really fun. We're going to start with our magic word. Our magic word is intention. When you have an intention, you have an 80% greater chance of achieving it when you state an intention out loud. I'll teach you a second magic word. For this is not LA Talk Live. This is like Hogwarts. We're going to learn some magic. Attention. What you put your attention on expands. So everybody, right now, think about 3. How many?
3.
Things that went right today. Not that went wrong, 3 things that went right, including that you found LA Talk Live and you're listening right now. If you found a parking space. If the line was short at Starbucks, or the line was long but you got to talk to somebody interesting. So find 3 things that went right today. For what you focus your awareness on expands. Now let's talk about intention. And I want to hear from all 3. Luz, I'm going to make you play. Everybody choose an intention, how you want to reprogram your subconscious mind. Del, you go first.
Oh, I thought Luce was going to go first.
No, she's
Okay.
going third.
Okay, so my
Because she knows how to play.
Okay. My intention for this year is to focus on my health.
And what do you mean by that? Because your intention, are you ready, has to be smart. That means specific, measurable, that's the M.
Okay.
Attainable, R is realistic, which can't mean that Brad Pitt comes and falls in love with Deb today, within the next
he's
hour and a
single,
half.
isn't he?
He is single now.
Maybe we should get him on the show.
older
That's
woman.
right. Another young trophy wife like yourself.
Yeah, right.
Realistic, so we can't say make my husband be less critical. We can't do that. It has to be realistic. And the T stands for today. So a smart intention, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and it starts today.
Okay.
So let me hear.
My intention is to lose, no, actually that sounds negative. My intention is to release 15 pounds
yes.
of baggage.
That
Excess
sounds,
baggage.
that's a beautiful intention. The subconscious mind wants to hear it framed positively. May I tell you what I mean?
Yes,
It
absolutely.
wants to, the subconscious mind wants to hear, my intention is to always eat for my light and healthy body.
I love that. Can I add drink in there too?
Yes, to eat
Please.
and drink for my light and healthy body.
Okay.
So do you hear that the subconscious mind will love that because it's framed in a positive way?
Yeah.
So let me hear you say it.
My intention is to eat and drink for my light and healthy body.
Good. Deb, your turn. Let's hear an intention.
Well, this might be broad, so tell me, but my intention is to create abundance in my life in all aspects.
Beautiful.
So financial, romantic, and successful career.
Okay. So my intention is to attract abundance romantically, financially and professionally? Let me hear you say it.
My intention is to attract abundance romantically, financially, and successfully.
Good. And if anybody's not driving, get your intention and write it down, because there is a pathway, a neural pathway, and my co-therapist, her name is Research. There's a neural pathway between the handwriting and the subconscious mind. Luz, let's hear an intention.
My intention for 2017 is to just really build my practice and get into my work. Just really do what I love and love what I do.
Okay, so we need it very specific. So let's say my intention is to create 10 clients per week, because that's specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and it starts today with this show, as everybody on planet Earth, all 12 million, are going to call you for hypnotherapy. So how's that sound? Let me hear you say, my intention is to attract 10 clients a week or more.
My intention is to attract 10 clients a week or more.
So everybody think about your intention, or if you are not driving, write it down. Now I'm going to do this so we can all do it with our eyes open in case anybody is driving. Like, I listen to all my talk radio in the car as I'm going up to HMI College. So now what we're going to do is think about our intention, and we're going to breathe it in right from the pelvic floor. Breathe in your intention. You can do this with your eyes opened or your eyes closed. Breathe it in. And after you do that, give me a head nod. Good. Now breathe it into any resistance. Like you're breathing into that last repetition at the gym to become stronger and more flexible. Breathe it into that resistance. Now breathe it into the doubt that you can actually do it. Breathe it into the doubt, like you're breathing into that stretch at that gym, that yoga stretch, where you're pushing yourself just a little bit more against that resistance. Breathe it in like you're breathing into a stretch at the gym to become stronger and more flexible. Good. And breathe it into any doubt, resistance, or an objection. Like you're breathing into that last repetition or that last few steps of that hike that gets you up to the peak of the mountain so you can see the beautiful vistas below. And do not be surprised when you find that the conscious and subconscious mind accept this intention as true for you. Now again, breathe in your intention, breathe it right into the pelvic floor, and you will find that the conscious and subconscious mind just accepted it as true for you. So it will become easy, automatic, and habituated. Everybody picture the color green. When you picture the color green, nod your head. Because green means go. And there's only one direction now, and that direction is forward. There's only one direction now, and that direction is forward. For you want more out of life, and you will not settle for less. Because you deserve the best. You've always deserved the best. Now picture the color green, and each and every time you see the color green, you're going to have a tendency to smile. If you try to suppress the smile, it will get wider and wider, and you know how stubborn you can be, Deb. And the more you smile, the more it reinforces the post-hypnotic suggestion, which is your intention. Breathe it in again, right into the pelvic floor. And as you notice that the conscious and subconscious mind now accepted this as true, each and every time you see green, the suggestion will be reinforced. For this is true for you. The more you doubt the suggestion, the stronger it becomes. So you might as well just accept it as true for you. 1, 2, slowly, calmly. 3, nice deep breath. 4 is a very alert number. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right out of state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wide awake, knowing that you have the power to reprogram the subconscious mind.
Wow.
Beautiful. Okay, I could take a little nap right
Yeah,
now.
really.
Oh,
How relaxed that
soothing.
is.
Actually,
So-
Del,
Go ahead.
I know you probably, if you feel like you could take a little nap right now, or if anybody listening at home or in the car feels like you can take a nap, just take your non-dominant hand, if you're right-handed, and just open and close your hand 5 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. And you'll feel very awake, very alert, and you'll feel almost as if you've just taken a really good 20-minute power nap. And you'll have this burst of energy, vitality, and being present in the present. So again, just open and close the non-dominant hand and think to yourself, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so awake, so aware, so rested, so vital, so energized.
Okay, I have to say it. So awake, so aware, so rested, so energized.
Feel
Great.
better now?
I do.
I knew you would.
So
Great.
that was great. Beyond. How would a listener be able to self-hypnotize themselves with those kinds of intentions?
When someone would like to use self-hypnosis, first of all, write down the intention and make sure it's in the positive form. Not, I want to stop eating like the piglet that I am. Don't write that down. That's not good. I would like to eat for my light and healthy body. I start right now. I am an intentional eater. I eat according to my goal. So you write it down. That's the key.
Start.
You write it down and then merely start breathing in the intention into the pelvic floor and breathe it into your resistance. If you want to be very clever, don't do it in the car. Do it at home. And close your eyes and relax your eyes so much there's no desire to open them. And once you relax your eyes so much that there's no desire to open them, you know what that's called? That's called an alpha state. You can reprogram your brain. When your hands feel light or heavy, or you don't even feel them at all, you have empirical scientific proof you're in an alpha state and you can reprogram your brain. How easy is that? Then just keep breathing it in.
Now,
And that becomes easy, automatic, and habituated. I'm sorry, Del. Go
I
ahead.
was going to say, and what about the green light? Because I had such a strong visual of the green light. It's almost like I could draw on that.
Each and every time you see the green, and everybody who listened, the green will bring back up to conscious awareness your intention. Like, let's say you're going out to a buffet with your 95 relatives who cause you tremendous amount of stress, because no matter how old you are, when you go into your mother's house, you turn 14 and a half. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Or 6.
Yeah.
You turn 14 and a half, or you turn 6. And so when you go, especially this time of year, and we're seeing our relatives, and you're going to see them at mom's house who makes that stuffing, you know that stuffing I'm talking about, right? Or you're going to a buffet because one of the kids is a little ADD and constantly has to run up and down getting more and more and more dessert. And you see that green light on the way to mom's house or on the way to the buffet, you'll remember you're an intentional eater. And you'll remember there's only one direction, and that is forward. No matter what, ladies, you can't go back. And that green light that's so powerful, it means go for it. Want to hear that again? The green line means go for it, for you deserve it. And you've always deserved it, and you're not settling for less.
This is beautiful. Gosh, this is so helpful. It's helpful for me. I'm
Oh,
sure
me
it's
too.
helpful for a lot of our viewers and listeners.
Yeah, to manifest the green light, as you were saying before, first they write down the intention and then they breathe deep through the pelvic floor with whatever that intention is. To manifest and bring about the green light, what should they do? Should they, after the third breath, or?
Well, I'm going to build on something that Lou said. The green light is what we call an anchor. An anchor is just a reminder. That's all. Just a reminder.
A reminder.
So let's have your intention to attract wealth and abundance, a lifelong love affair, and career success, professional success that's deeply and profoundly satisfying. That's what you're breathing into the pelvic floor. The green light. Just each and every time you see a green light, or you see green grass, or even a green tree, or even the color green on television, or any place, or on your iPhone, your smartphone,
Or when I look in the mirror at my eyes.
We look in the mirror at your beautiful green eyes. The green reminds you of your intention and how you deserve it. So the green is just a reminder that you can go for it. Whatever your intention is, your intention of that light and healthy body, your intention of attracting abundance in all things, your intention of creating this vibrant practice where you are a vessel of light in people's lives. All your intentions are different, but the green light reminds you to go for it. The green of your eyes, the green of the grass reminds you that you can go for it, because green means go.
Wonderful.
Wow.
I love that.
How powerful. Really very powerful.
Really, really powerful.
And that's
Well, I just, I know we're going to be sort of winding down pretty soon. So we're not ending right now, but while we're on the subject, how if there are any listeners out there that would like to contact you, could you both just give your contact information, websites, anything like that would be wonderful.
Sure, they can contact me. I have my LinkedIn page, and that's Luz Calderon. That's Luz as in zebra. Last name is Calderon, Calderon. Or I also have my Purple Lotus Empowerment Facebook page. I'm in the middle of rebuilding my website right now, so that'll be up soon.
Great. And Lisa?
You can reach me through the website, thehypnomom.com. The Hypnomom, please don't forget please. Thehypnomom.com. You can also reach me through my professional Facebook page, which is Lisa Machenberg, hypnotherapist. And you can watch me 24/7, because I know that's all you really want to be doing for the rest of your life. You can watch my shows, The Amazing Mind and Hypnosis Today, on hypnosistv.com. If anyone would like to take classes, I teach up at HMI College of Hypnotherapy, and I would love to meet anybody. My phone numbers are on everything, and yes, I answer my own phone. So if you call me, I'll answer Lisa Machenberg, and you'll know you got me.
Great. Well, you just brought up something that I want to, a little teaser here, because I know that we're going to have you back in the near future. Give us a little bit about the Hypnomom and what you do and we talked about it briefly earlier, but can you tell our listeners all about that?
Okay. I have 3 children. My sons are twins. They're 20 years old. My daughter is 18. Yeah, I talk the talk, I walk the walk, and I've been using hypnosis with my children since, they were 7 months, and I wanted them to sleep quickly, calmly, soundly, and deeply all through the night. Woo! So I do a lot of child hypnosis, and I've developed a program where I can teach parents how to hypnotize their own children for focus, concentration, for academic and athletic success, but also hypnotize their own children for a cooperative, peaceful, and joyous household where your children will never do what you say. Your children will never do what you say, but they'll always do what you do. So you can use self-hypnosis to be the parent you've always wanted to be and teach containment and self-regulation by having containment and self-regulation.
Wonderful.
Wow.
So as we mentioned, that's a whole show in itself, and we'd love to have you back. And we talked about that, addiction to video games and how that's such a really
big
serious
thing
issue right now. And that would be wonderful. So any listeners out there, if you have any questions for our hypnotherapists here, please contact them. And for the up-and-coming show, if you want to write down in our Facebook page any questions for Lisa regarding the Hypnomom and learning how to be a better parent and how to have a more harmonious relationship with your children. So,
quick question, because we've got just a few minutes left here, and I just wanted to ask Lisa and Luz, with your clients or with people that you've helped throughout the years, how is the follow-up? Do they come back and check in with you? Do they come back and keep doing sessions with you? And if they should drop off and things like, let's say somebody initially works with you and they do lose the 20 pounds, and then 4 years go by and they've lost the mindfulness of it and they've gained the weight back? Do they come back, or how's that follow-up for you?
You know what? If you don't mind, I'll field that question. The thing about hypnosis and the thing about playing the violin is the more you practice, the better you get. However, so much of the subconscious mind is formed between ages 0 and 9 years old that when people begin to form a new pattern, and then there's something that's incredibly stressful that comes up, people sometimes will go back to those old, unhealthy habits, and then it's time to call your hypnotherapist. For example, again, I've been doing this for 25 years. After 9/11, I pretty much heard from every single client I had seen, smokers and weight management clients and fear of flying, a little claustrophobia, fear of heights. When there is a, God forbid, a death in the family, a job loss, any kind of scary thing out of someone's control, when someone begins to feel out of control, he or she might revert back to what was learned between 0 and 9, no matter how unhealthy it is, including doing self-harming behaviors because that's how the parents were not particularly on it, or the parents were shaming, blaming, and critical. The client can go back to being self-blaming, shaming, and critical, even if the parents have been dead 35 years. And so sometimes when there is an event out of someone's control, he or she will come back and get a little bit of a refresher course.
Good. Okay, thank you
That's
so much.
great.
That was a great note to end on, and
Yeah,
how lucky we were
wonderful.
to have the two of you. I mean, we're here. Our show is all about helping people live a better life, and what a great way to do it now through hypnotherapy. So thank you so
again.
much.
Beautiful. I'm so excited to
Thank you for having
seeing
us.
that green light and looking
Thank
forward.
you. It was wonderful, wonderful, and thank you so much for having us.
Oh, yes, we're going to do it again. And remember, we're back again next week, and you can always go to our Facebook page to do follow-up in case you weren't able to write down if you were driving how to contact these wonderful women. Del and Debbie's Mind, Body, and Soul Facebook page, or Del and Debbie mindbodyandsoul.com. All the information will be up there. So we thank you. Happy New Year again, Del. Happy New Year, everybody. We look forward to the great shows this year. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Thank you for tuning into LA Talk Live and the Talk Live Broadcast Network, original reality radio, and crafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we are more